what's the problem with what exactly is what usually happens by the when you play at home? What usually happens by the what do these guys smoke? Me, I don't understand. By the me, please explain to me because each and every time we play the Emirates, by the there's always a shitty performance. You always have to concede. I mean, look at all the games.
Arsenal 0, Brighton 3. That was a very disappointing game. I think one of the most disappointing games in this season. You know, we were at home. We are contending for the title. But right now we can say it is over, man. Imeisha, it is gone. Unaonaje, like, what is your view of the game and how we played from the first minute to the last minute?
Man, Ridge, I'm lost of words. I'm so disappointed by them. I'm so disappointed. I mean, I was even asking you, by the way, earlier on, what's the problem with what exactly is what usually happens by the when you play at home? What usually happens by the what do these guys smoke? Me, I don't understand. By the me, please explain to me because each and every time we play the Emirates, by the there's always a shitty performance. You always have to concede. I mean, look at all the games by the we play through the season. Southampton, Brighton, we always have to find a way of conceding, man.
Man City.
Seriously, man, we're in a title contention race. We're in a title contention, man. How? Fuck, man. Rage, I'm so annoyed. By the way, I'm so annoyed and so pissed off. By the way, I'm smiling, but it's just me trying to compose myself because I might end up actually saying the wrong things. But okay, calmly, respectfully, let me just say, by the inexperience are the better of us, and it clearly showed. By the way, City is the better side. They have more experience, and like I said, man, I told you in the pre-match analysis, pressure has a way of busting pipes. By the way, I told you, by the if Everton was to, if Man City was to win the game, definitely the pressure should kick in. By the way,
Before we go there, do you think this loss is more of the pressure of having to contend and try to close the gap with Man City, or this pressure is purely out of the brilliance that came with the Brighton team?
two. I think it's both. It's both. Yeah, I think it comes from both perspectives. By the way, I think it comes from both perspectives. Us trying to close the gap, because remember Ted has been saying we're trying to dig till till the last minute. But at the same time, also I think also fucking man, it's just inexperience. By the inexperience, just carried the day, and I think, bro, I'm lost of words, man. I even don't know what to say.
We look at the game, Brighton, arguably, not arguably actually, the first half we had them. The first half we were better than them. The first half we had a lot of chances. Then come the second half, Caicedo, after Martinelli sub, the second half, Odegaard, when Trossard came on in the first half, he was good. But then in the second half, they changed the strategy. Caicedo contained Odegaard, contained Trossard. Where do you think everything went wrong for Arsenal in this game?
All right. So the thing is this: I think where we had it wrong, when Martinelli went off, Trossard was just like you said actually even early on. Trossard, but this from Brighton. These guys understand him so well. So in fact, by the Martinelli getting injured, by the was more of like a blessing to these guys. And that's why Badeka said, but they're talking of Caicedo, man, this is somebody, but they want to see man on this shirt next season. This is somebody that we need to make sure by this
Kroenke should go for Caicedo next season.
That's a must sign player, by the way, because that guy did his assignment, by the way. And then now looking at Mitoma. Mitoma had Ben White in his pocket the whole time. The first goal came by there from I think was it Mitoma's cross or whose cross was it?
It was Stupinan, but then the run-off play came from Mitoma. Mitoma is the one who held the ball, dribbled past Ben White, and then gave the overrun pass to Stupinan, who hit the cross, rebounded against Tierney header, and then he hit it again for a free header for Encisu.
Yeah, and then I think actually, as much as by they've been trying to rule out Zinchenko, I think today is one of those days whereby we've seen his importance by the because in terms of attack, man, I'm sure by if he was in the game, definitely would have probably even scored or probably even won the
Would
game.
have dominated the
Would
game
have
actually
dominated
in
the
the
game
middle of the park.
because man, our mid was just completely in shambles. Partey,
But he came on and there was no change.
there was no change, and it was just even if you look at his body language, I think the guy's been carrying an injury. I don't know why he's being forced to play. I don't know he's being forced to play. So man, our mid was in shambles the whole time. And as much as he has Thierry, but he's a good defensive player. But man, in terms of attack, man, he has nothing on
He's not
Zinchenko.
giving us options.
He's not giving us option, by the way. So the thing is this: we need to look for solutions next season. By the way, is not a. We need to invest. We're now in the Champions League. Let's forget about it, man. The league is done. Man City has gone with it. That's done. We now need to focus, by the way, on next season. Next season, we need to invest and invest properly. Like I've said, this issue of if so and who is not in, part is injured, we don't hear that conversation, but that's from next season. Yeah.
Bukayo Saka. I think Bukayo was great in the game. In the first half, Bukayo was the outlet channel for us. In the second half, he also did good, although he was lost a bit. Same to Odegaard. They were playing at their level best, but then I think the Brighton manager had a strategy for these games. What do you think of how Brighton managed to play versus our team and contain all our players, all our key players who we depend on in the second half?
Well, I think actually from that game, by the way, I think you're right. Saka had a very, very good game today. Odegaard actually had a very good first half, but then I think the second half, when Martinelli came off, I don't know what happened, but the energy just dropped completely. So coming back to your question, but regarding the Brighton coach, I think he did his assignment on us quite well, and one of the brilliant tactics I think he played was what's his name, Caicedo. I mean, Caicedo, man,
The right back.
at the right back, man, he did his assignment completely on us, and I think kudos to Brighton. You guys had a better game today. But anyway, good news is looking at the positive side, at least in the Champions League. So that's something we need to focus on. And I think our season is done. Win, lose, I'm still a Guna. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next one.
Yeah, man, this was a bad result, disappointing day. But then, we're still the Arsenal. You have had the best season in history, and we are here to stay. Everybody needs to know Arsenal is here to stay, and we are going to win the league next season. I can even dare say it, the Champions League to National next season. Watch this space. Champions League next season. We're coming for it, man. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe this video to this channel.